is Cindy Cisneros, and this is the Create Well Minute Cast, episode 125. And today I want to talk about creativity, psychology, and midlife. So, as usual, I'm going to start with the research that I can find that is out there, and I will tag in the blog post. If you take a look at the end of this article, I'll point you towards the blog post, the information that I was able to find. Now, there is some information about creativity in midlife. For those of you who have heard terms like midlife crisis and whatnot, from what I can find and from what you've probably have read and are familiar with, there is a search for meaningfulness when we approach midlife. Now, this is an intersection with creativity because creative people are very focused on purposefulness and meaningfulness anyway. Midlife is usually defined for research purposes, ages 40 to 60. But when we're talking about creativity, it can really be any kind of a meaningful point in your adult life where you find yourself looking backward at life and looking forward at life and having this crisis of meaning. And I'm not saying that this is a singular event either. This can be more than one event. And a lot of people come to creativity coaching and counseling when they're at this point where they're searching for meaning. One of the things that I found in the research about creativity in midlife is a lot of people, whether highly creative or whether other personality traits, will find a return to creativity as a vehicle to find meaningfulness in midlife, which makes sense since we know the relationship of meaningfulness and purposefulness tied to creativity. But another thing that I have found is that research points to creativity as something that society has pushed us away from for a portion of our adult lives and for our time in school, young adult lives, even childhood. It's begun to push us away for more practical things like learning, mainstream expectations. And so once we've kind of checked off a certain number of boxes and we've gotten to a point in life, career, etc., where things have settled, it's something that everyone's soul seems to kind of crave or naturally gravitate to find that meaningfulness again. Now, my hypothesis is, and I'm going to look for some other things to substantiate this and see if it's out there, is that especially potent this is for creative people. And I'm very interested to notice how this is if you are invested in a creative career or if this pushes people who haven't launched their creative career to want to do so, especially if they feel this pull, especially in this moment of midlife or this moment of crisis of meaningfulness. First and foremost, if this is something that is impacting you, I'm interested to hear your anecdotal feedback by way of my own research on this topic. Certainly people that I speak to substantiate this, but I'm interested to hear the feedback from the creative community. So please send me an email, cindy@creativelyllc.com. Let me know, let me know your experiences. I'm going to also do some more digging to see what's out there. And this is the part one really of two. I'm going to do some more digging and then put together a full article to see if my hypothesis is upheld and see what findings that I have. So if you're interested, stay tuned. All right, guys.